That's abundance. That's living in abundance. Even when you want to give in, you kept going. That's abundance.
Welcome back to the Abundant Behavior Podcast. I'm your host, Ollie Banks. And today I have a very special guest with me. This is actually somebody I met during business. I was out, being a model, supporting my boy's brand, Fourth Quarter. Shout out to Fourth Quarters. Neek, she does photography, a little bit of screenwriting, music, pictures, the whole nine. So this is definitely somebody I want to connect with when it comes to content, but just somebody that's very insightful. She's a Scorpio just like myself, and we have a lot of opinions and wisdom when it comes to certain things. So I just wanted to touch on the topic of relationships. But before we dive deep into that, I just want to let her introduce herself, tell where she's from, and just, a little bit about herself.
Hey y'all, I'm Neek. My real name is Donisha. I know y'all didn't ask for all that, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. And I'm 26 years old. I'm from Chesapeake, but I stay in Virginia Beach. And yeah, he just explained who I was and all of that, so I ain't even gotta say all of that. But yeah, nice to meet y'all. Great to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate you for coming out. And this is the first two episodes picking back up after I took a long hiatus, but sometimes those breaks are necessary.
Definitely.
So on the topic of relationships, what's one lesson that you learned in relationships that you still carry with you today?
I would say a lesson that I've learned is to never really focus your whole attention on that person. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you go into a relationship and you really don't know yourself, but you're so focused on that other person, it's not going to really work out because you don't know yourself, so you don't know how to tell that person to love you, or how to expect them to love you because you don't know yourself. So you're going to get treated any kind of way, and you're going to accept that until y'all separate, and it's dang, I should have that should have been red flags with stuff like that. I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's what I'm saying. I just feel like know yourself first before. That's what I've learned. Know yourself first before you get into relationships.
Most definitely. Just doing the work is what you're saying. Doing the work on yourself.
Yeah.
That shadow work, that work in the dark that you got to do. Everybody knows the work, but I feel like sometimes people ignore it because it's all right, this is gonna take a little while longer than I expected, and I just want to be in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, it's most important because if you don't do the work on yourself, you don't fully know how to love yourself, so you can't really expect it from another person. Or when it's bad love, you don't know the signs of it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's important because you have to know this isn't how love's supposed to look. This isn't how it's supposed to feel. But you know that first off because you give it to yourself.
Exactly, because if you already love yourself, then you're not gonna accept anything lower than that. You're gonna be like, nah, son. If you can't love me the way I love myself, then it's not gonna work, and that's period.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people too, even when they are in relationships and they know they're not being loved correctly, a lot of people just sit around and wait for somebody to change.
Yes.
The biggest thing that I learned in relationships is that my mother told me that she said you have to realize that however a person is, just think that they're going to be like that for the rest of their life, because you can't expect a person to change. So if they're one way, put it in your mind, hey, can I be with this person if they stay like this forever? And a lot of people, they sit around on potential, who could change or what they can be, instead of removing themselves from a situation and bettering themselves.
Yeah,
so I think that's true. Very important.
Because it's all right, cool. If I show this person how much I love them, then they're going to change for me. But it's really not of how much love you show a person. It's if they want to change or not. You can't really change a person unless they want to be changed, and that's real. So, yeah.
So have you been through any heartbreaks, and how did you overcome those heartbreaks?
Yeah. I've been through 3 heartbreaks in my life. What they say, first love this, second love that, third love. Yes. I had my first heartbreak was in high school. tear. Nah, but yeah, my first heartbreak was in high school. My boyfriend, he actually humped my cousin, and we all used to be in this little friend group where everybody had their own, specific person, and it's always me. It's always me. Everybody always want to come for me. I swear to God, like. People used to be like, "Oh, you're not woman enough for this person." Da, 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 da. Like behind my back, though. They ain't saying it in front of my face, of course. But when I found out about that, that was just like, oh, like that was my first heartbreak. I was only 16. That ain't nothing for real. But I mean, I experienced it, and it was a bad experience. So, the way I took to that was breaking up with that person and never getting back with them. Like my younger self was kind of smarter than my next two relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in high school, you live with your parents. Like, you don't have to see that person. Like, it's a difference between if you living with somebody and you just seeing somebody at school or seeing them on the weekends or whatever. So it's just like, oh, this is my boyfriend, but it's just like, this is for play, for real, because we not living together, we not married, whatever. So it was easy for me to get over that relationship because it was just like, I can block them, like school over, I don't have to see them, like they graduate, all of that. So whatever. We still friends to this day. Actually, he be hitting me up sometimes, but it's just God. I can never go back to that because what you've done. Boom. Second heartbreak. Whew. He wasn't really a heartbreak. It's my baby daddy, but it was a heartbreak for real. But it was just like he was my first toxic experience relationship, and this was after I graduated. So he was a relationship where you just graduate and you still don't know yourself. Like you're only an 18-year-old kid, you really don't know yourself. I've been through a lot of toxic things anyway in my life with just like my family anyway. So when you've been through just toxic situations anyway, you cling on to people a lot, or you cling on to someone for them to love you, and you like, oh, I never experienced this type of love, so let me cling on to this person. Or if we together, it's like, oh, like this is different. So I don't want to like go into deep in the story, but he was my second heartbreak. He just was like toxic. Like and it was just a lot. Like I went to jail. Like it was just a lot, y'all. It was a lot. So I just figured out like it's not for me. Like it just wasn't for me. So boom. Gotcha. Third heartbreak was the worst heartbreak of heartbreaks, y'all. Like, to this day, sometimes I still cry about it. And that's the only heartbreak that I actually cry about sometimes, because it's like, when first boyfriend was just a boyfriend. Second boyfriend was like, oh, this is new. Then we, like, because we moved in with each other. So, boom, like, that was just new. Third one, we moved in with each other. But when we met, it was just like a soul connection. Like, I feel like that was my twin flame. If anybody know about twin flames, then but that was my twin flame, and it just didn't work out because I feel like sometimes like you grow more than a person, and the person just be stagnant on who they are. They don't want to grow. They just toxic. They want to keep being in this toxic loop because they grew up toxic, you grew up toxic. I feel like y'all got a connection there, but you're the only one that's trying to grow from the toxicness, and that person's not trying to grow. So it's going to get worse because it's like, okay, well, why are you still that way and I'm growing? You feel me? Like it's just not going to work out. So I do have advice for you ladies out there. If you're in a toxic relationship, please leave because it's not going to get better. But those heartbreaks really kind of changed me as a person, and I'm actually glad I experienced it. I'm not really sad about it. I'm happy about it. But yeah.
So one key thing you were saying is that like at 16, and I think a lot of people just jump into them too early in life. Yeah. We not really like, we're taught wait, but I don't think it's really pressed like wait till marriage, wait till you get the right person. Yeah. Speaking for men, it's like pressured on you to lose your virginity. Like I'm gonna just speak like 7th to 8th grade. It was like I had pressure. I was like, before I leave 8th grade, I'm gonna lose my virginity. Wow. In my head, I'm thinking like this is what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed cool. But you were what, 12, 13? Like 8th grade, you like 12 years old. You know what I mean?
No, you're like 13.
12, but that's still, that's, you're not even an adult.
Right. Like you're not
why
even
are
15 yet.
Why are we running around putting ourselves through sexual trauma at that early age, or forcing it on ourselves at that early age? And I feel like doing that at an early age really leads to a lot of promiscuity or whatever. I forgot the pronunciation of the word. Just being promiscuous, having multiple partners. because we're not, hey, showed the importance, like one person.
Yeah.
Now you 16, you done been through a traumatic experience. Boom, 18, you in college, another one. Boom, right after that, another one. And if you just structurally just waited, you could have avoided a lot of that. And I don't think it's really like pressed. I don't think it's really pressed how it's supposed to be. That's why, we have kids now, and that's just, something to think about, because they're going to have the pressures of the world as well, pushing that on them as well, So that's super important. Is there anything that you feel like you could have done better in those relationships in the past?
Us women, we always right. But I feel like I should have been friends with people first,
Right.
Like he was just saying, everybody trying to jump into relationships and then you get pressured to do this, That's true. Because I feel like as a young age, if we in a relationship, now everybody feel like, okay, well, we in a relationship, now we got to do the thing.
What's
you know
next?
what
What's next now?
Right.
Yeah, that's how it was. It was like the step. It was like, all right, we done made it official. We
right.
And it shouldn't be like that at all.
That's actually all it was, though. Like, you say somebody, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, that's all it was.
Y'all laying up.
Exactly. Like,
laying up. Don't even really
get to know. Like I was saying, I wish I can get to know people, because it's like, I don't know who you've been with before me. You're not going to tell me who you've been with before me. You don't know who I've been with. It's not a thing where we're going to talk about it, because we won't talk to talk about it. Like, we won't talk to be like, we're going to sit down and be like, okay, well, how many partners you had? Because that's something that we really need to talk about if you really want to talk about it. I feel like that's something people need to be true about, because...
Really?
I really think so. Like,
why?
Especially if you like that person and you feel like you're gonna marry this person. Only if you feel like you're gonna marry the person. Like, only if you feel like that's someone who you really want to be with. If it's just somebody you met and y'all just friends chit chatting, you ain't gotta tell all that business. But if we are like going to go somewhere with this, like, I just feel like I need to know. Is that bad?
I'm asking why. You didn't answer why.
Okay, I need to know because I think it's a trauma thing, because I feel like it's a lot of stuff going on in this world, y'all. Like, it's just too much going on in this world.
So you just want to know a number,
a gender.
Okay, see, okay, all right. So that's where you get.
I need to know. Okay, you know what? Let me stop.
Okay,
it's too much.
Man, look, I understand that aspect. Okay, I get that. No, I definitely get that. I definitely get that. No, you're right. I don't really feel like the number needs to be like talked about. It doesn't matter if it's in the past. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I feel like maybe women care more than men. I personally don't care. But I do get the gender thing.
I feel like I care because it's like, why are you doing all of that?
What does that have to do with us right now? That's what I'm like. What do you mean? Why
it's trust issues.
These are mistakes that we made in the past. You got to understand that maybe right now that's where we fell short, and now we are in a spot where I'm trying to move forward.
Well, that's good. As long as you're proving that you're trying to move forward and you ain't on no BS, ain't going back to those ways, then that's cool.
So wait, you feel like the more partners you've had, it's just a red flag that's how they are as a person.
That's a red flag.
That's how they are as a person. That's how you feel.
I feel like it's a red flag, and I feel like it's not a self evaluation there.
But I'm gonna just be real with you. A lot of women's body counts are lower than most men.
That's true.
So
that's why I'm saying women, as women, we need to be asking the men.
So the men don't need to ask the women?
You can if you want to. But like you said, they low.
So, no, I get out of here. Listen.
But I'm just saying. I mean, okay, the count up. I don't know. That's just me. I need to know.
Yeah, you want to know?
I want to know.
That's crazy. What's one thing you feel like men don't understand about women when it comes to dating? Like, we just like, they just don't get it.
Who, men don't understand about women?
Yeah, we just don't.
I feel like y'all don't understand our feelings. I feel like y'all don't. Okay. Men are definitely more emotional than women. Let's just say that. But I feel like y'all don't understand.
They can be. We can be. And I feel like it's because y'all are so in tuned emotionally more consistently than we are. When it's an emotional, like when it's something emotional happens to us, we don't know how to respond to it. And
that's true.
Most of the time men respond to emotion with aggression. You know what I mean? So it's just, knowing how to like take that emotion and just like, cause it,
Right.
you know,
That's why I feel like y'all don't understand us, because if y'all doing it with aggression, and we're doing it with sincereness, and like, just we like when we get emotional, like it's just like it's more of just like I don't know how to explain it, but y'all be so aggressive with it, but we not trying to be aggressive. So why I can't understand that's not who we are. Like, we're loving, like women are loving, like we are
nurturers.
That's my word. But like when it comes to men, like y'all don't understand that about us. Like, y'all just think we should just cook, clean, take care of the kids and all of that. But when it comes to our emotional side, y'all don't get it. Y'all do get it when we in the bed, when we cooking, when we, taking care of all of this and that third. But when it comes to us, boo-hoo crying or our feelings hurt, it's get over it.
You know what? I don't know. Listen, and I'm a go ahead and be honest with you. I'm the same way. Like, I don't like I have fall short of that. Like, it's like I guess men get over stuff like faster, like on the surface level. So we just like, just let it go. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I've done it before. Yeah, just get over it. Like, so what?
Right, but like
Deep down inside though, we really care, but it's like,
show it.
When you in a spot where you like, you messed up, you don't really just want to beat yourself up. It's just like, all right, let's just forget about it. Type of thing. It's like the accountability thing. It's lack of accountability in there,
and
for
that's
sure.
why I said they don't get it, because it ain't just no get over it. No, I want to sit here and I want to talk about how you hurt my feelings.
Okay, and once we do that, then what?
Then I'm over it.
Nah.
But don't tell me to get over it without me talking about my feelings and how it hurt me.
I feel like y'all feelings is not validated.
Period. Mm-hmm. It's not.
Okay.
And if you agree, hit the like button.
Do you feel like women live in fantasies when it comes to relationships?
Yes.
I'm gonna let you speak on that, and then I'm gonna speak
Very
on it.
much so.
Then why you feel like that? I mean, and why? No, I'm not gonna say why you feel like that. I want to know why is that. Why is it's just like you meet a woman, the first thing they say is, listen, don't waste my time. I'm trying to get married. I'm trying to have kids. I'm trying to settle down. And these is conversations with 22, 23, 24. This is across the board. And it's just like.
So you think that's a fantasy?
Be realistic with yourself. Everybody is not going to get married. Every woman is not going to get married.
They don't have a God in their life.
If you would just want to be honest, just be honest.
Honest.
Every woman not wifey material, and every woman is not going to be. Woman is not okay. They don't got God, but every man isn't a husband. Every man is not gonna, So these things you got to be real with yourself about.
Okay.
Are you wifey material? You pushing all this on a man, and you don't even know if you even you just. That's what I want to feel validated, because I need that.
Because that's what the world. What the world shows.
Them social constructs, and I feel like the social constructs put this fantasy. Like, every man that I come across needs to be ready to get down on one knee, and that's not the case. Every relationship that you've been in, every encounter that you've been in, they're not gonna be getting down on one knee. There's not gonna be the white picket fence with the dog in the car out front in the driveway.
That's true, and that's why you move on to the next one.
Until they want to get down on their knee.
Until you find that one.
Exactly. And then you're going to live in a fantasy and do no work, no accountability, nothing.
That's not what I'm saying. That's for some females. Okay, some females do live in a fantasy where they feel like, okay, they meet a dude, they don't know this dude from a can of paint, but they demanding all of these things. Yes,
exactly.
That's correct.
That is so crazy to me.
All right. I mean, because if we demanding it, y'all don't think y'all be demanding too? Y'all meet a female, y'all just, I need me a wife. Y'all want wives and a girlfriend, but when we want a husband and a boyfriend, it's a problem. That's basically what you're saying. We got this fantasy. You don't think men got fantasies of who they want in a woman, but what they got going on. It be men, they don't got no car, they don't got no house, but they want a girlfriend, they got everything, but what you got?
You can see, this is the thing too.
And that's a fantasy.
And this is the thing too right here. I feel like as black people in in the black community, we need to stop beating each other up too. Because
I
you
ain't
can
say
do
just black
no,
people,
you
though.
can no. I'm speaking on our dynamic.
Okay.
On this platform, we speaking on on our dynamic. You know what I mean? We're gonna speak on our dynamic.
All right.
Because that would need to be spoken about.
Okay.
And it's just like
Let's talk about it.
we battling oppressions. Or the black man this, or the black woman this, or the black she.
That's true.
When we both are oppressed equally.
Okay.
And I want to just put that out there. The black woman and black man are both oppressed equally. If we can just put all of that to the side, make your own dynamic in your household. Don't go off what's on social media. Don't go off
That's
what's
true.
supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Because that's when you get caught up in wanting everything to be perfect to a T.
Uh-huh.
3 months, this man should be on his knee. In 3 months, I should have this, that, and the third. We need more empathy in the dynamic.
That's true. And
We need to be more empathetic with each other. And just
That's
when
true.
people, and also too, women, don't get caught up in, like, if you meet somebody, bro, you don't have to stay with them until they get their stuff together. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there. People gonna do what's best for them.
Yeah.
I've gotten left. You know what I'm saying? I've left situations. So I know, like, if you're not reciprocating, like, just, it's better to just cut it off. But
Some
stop
people don't
fighting.
understand that though.
We need to come together. More togetherness, and get back to
The fighting. So, I'm about to ask you some questions.
Go ahead.
The fighting. So when you say stop fighting, like, why do you think there's a lot of fighting? Like why?
Back and forth.
Yeah, like why do you think there's?
We're battling oppressions is what I just was saying. Everybody thinks that their side is the worst side to be on. Women think that it's so hard to be a woman, and men think it is so hard to be a man, and it's just like, well, y'all do this and y'all do that. It's just the ego. That's all it simply is. It's just ego.
Ego.
That's
Ooh.
all it is the ego. That's it.
And pride.
We need to get over here. Women, let's team up on the black man. Well, man, let's team up on the black woman. And that's just not supposed to be like that. It's just the
That's very
ego.
much
Simply
true.
just ego. That's all that it is battling egos and depression.
And
That's
pride.
it.
Cause y'all pride be too high. Too high. Y'all know how to. Let me stop. I'm about to say a lot, but I just feel like men really don't know how to apologize. Like, they can say that they're sorry. I feel like they apologize with more materialistic and not sincere with, with heart, like sentimental. There's not a sentimental apology. This is just like a materialistic apology. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's some flowers. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's a dress. Here's a prize.
Can I ask you a question? Would you be willing to teach a man how to do that? And I feel like a lot of times we expect people to know how to do these things. Like, hey, I don't want you to, like, would you be willing to show your man how you want to be how it looks to properly be apologized? Or it's like that man, like, just whatever,
Whew, honey, I feel like at this age, I've been trying and trying and trying, and I'm not about to try no more. Well, I feel like, okay, let me stop. I have been trying to, like, if I'm in a relationship, I am like, okay, like, if we, like, in a relationship and it's like, okay, we we got to get to know each other, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So if I feel like you're doing something, if you're telling me, if you hurt my feelings and then you don't know how to apologize, or you just giving me, because I'm used to that. I'm used to the materialistic. I'm used to, when you want to apologize, you want to do this and do that. No. I'm going to tell the next guy, if you want to apologize to me, I want a letter or something. I want a letter. I want you to apologize sincerely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to go out to dinner. No, I want to go ahead and lay in the bed, watch movies. Like, I want, skin to skin. Like, I don't want nothing else. I just want to understand that you are really sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do it again, you cut off. And that's
it?
Yeah. You get one chance with me. Because I feel like I've been through too much with guys.
See, and this is this is another thing.
What?
Before you go too deep into
because
that.
I was about to.
So you said you've been what now? You've been through it with too many guys. Let me ask you a question.
My 3 relationships that I've been in.
I understand that, but what does that have to do with the other men that's walking this planet? You don't know them. You got to give them an opportunity.
I see all these men that's walking these planets.
You seen every last single man.
I see majority.
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 You got to understand.
Majority
How many days do you get out the house?
I don't go out the house.
You don't get out the house. Where you seeing these men at?
On the internet.
And
It's
this
true.
is my thing. if you want to listen, you can't just say, "Oh, every guy or every." You don't know every guy. You haven't met every guy.
That's true.
So your tolerance level is here because of this.
It's there.
I mean, it's
Until
a thin
it's
line.
run down.
It's a thin line between setting boundaries, and being stubborn. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that.
I'm not being stubborn.
It's a thin line between setting boundaries and being stubborn. You have to be empathetic.
I'm guarding myself. I am empathetic.
In order to experience love fully, you have to love fully.
You definitely gotta.
With a guard up, how you gonna ever love fully with a guard?
I just feel like who's right.
It's hard though. Putting yourself out there is hard.
It's definitely hard, but I feel like once you really get to know yourself deep down and you had that set down with yourself and like, this is what I don't like, this is what I like, it's gonna be easy for you to find somebody, because once people keep coming your way and you're like, oh, they show you something, oh, it's cut off. It's cut off. Like, you know what you want.
What is cut off behavior?
The person.
Let me
what's cut off
how you get cut off? How you get kicked off your roster? How you get cut off?
How you get cut off by? All right, cool.
Because you keep saying that.
Because I just cut off somebody for being on Facebook for an hour and not texting me back, and that's
lame.
That's not lame.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
not lame.
What do you mean he was on? How do you know he was on there for an hour?
I see your green bubble online all day. For a whole hour. No, this is what it was. We texting all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a flow. You messed up the flow.
You messed up the flow?
He messed up the flow.
I'm saying though, but like, that's what I'm saying. That's
my love
weird.
language. If you're not understanding my
texting, that's your love language.
Texting, you haven't called yet. I like talking on the phone.
Have you expressed that though?
Yes, I expressed it. I said, you can call. You can always call me. I put that out.
You can always call me. Look at that.
I put it out there.
You sound like a dude.
My grandma said, if
you can always call me whenever you want to.
My grandma said, if you put stuff out there and they don't do it, they don't care to do it. So that's what I got.
And you just how did the conversation go when you cut them off? What did you tell them?
I just blocked them. That's it. Ain't no combo. You think that's probably wrong. I thought about it afterwards, but I just feel like I don't got no conversation.
How long were y'all talking?
4 days.
Oh, get out of here. What is that?
That's a lot.
Because
I don't give my attention to nobody for real.
For 4 days straight, he was texting?
Yes.
And he was on Facebook one day. He was probably at work or something.
That's where he be texting me at work. I don't do nothing at work.
See, that's what I'm saying.
He probably gonna see this like, wow, that girl crazy.
That girl's something else. That's what he gonna say.
That's fine. You is too for not texting.
That's that girl that blocked me.
Hour.
He gonna come find you.
Nah.
What's something that can be done to enhance black love, if you think? Because you done said a mouthful. We done talked about all of the bad. Let's veer it back. How can we enhance it? What can we do to make it better as a whole?
I feel like to make it better for black love, they need to go back. Okay, so it's certain things that we need to go back to when it comes to the 1920s, 30s. Back. That like that real genuine.
Yeah, like woman, go sit down while I go work. Yeah, we need to get back to that. No, I'm just. Yeah. Don't ask no questions. They didn't ask no questions.
They didn't ask no questions. And
they didn't ask no questions. They didn't ask no questions because you couldn't go through no rotary phone either. The little spinny phone, you can't go through that. They be talking about why the marriages last longer. They ain't going through phones, man. Women minded their business. They minded women business.
I mean, hey, I can't.
When you talk about 1920s, you gotta say that too now. Like, what specifically you trying to go back to?
No, that's really true though, because women did really mind their business. They didn't go out to the barber house and say, "You messing with my man." They ain't say none of that. But that's their issue though, because that's why they got.
So what do we need to go back to?
What we need to go back to is that love, when we just real love. I just feel like even if that was the case, like it was just still real love, because men, like, I feel like men can do it openly, like they can cheat openly, like.
What do you mean?
I just feel like.
What do you mean they can cheat openly?
Because it's like
what's happening? What do you mean? What's happening? I don't understand.
All men did was work. They worked. They came home. They attended to their wife and their kids. They went to sleep. They did the same thing over and over again. Right now, it's not. It's not a repetitive thing anymore. It's just everybody just doing their own thing. I just feel like back in the day, everybody had their position to play. There's no position.
Everybody
anymore.
was codependent on one another.
They still are. It's a different way now because men are codependent on women. Women not codependent on men
How?
now.
Please explain.
Women have their own.
I have my all everything.
That's good, but I'm just saying majority. If you really want to talk about
Codependent in what way?
men,
Financially? Is that what you're saying?
financially, they be needing a place to stay. They
Oh,
be
man.
needing just a lot of things from women that men. Some men, I'm not even gonna say all, because he obviously, like you said, he got his own everything. You know what I'm saying? But some men, most men, if you really look at
The
what's
dating
going
pool?
on in the
Is that what
world
you
right
ask-
now, the dating pool, yes. A lot of women, okay, everybody look like they happy, but once their relationship hit the fan, what do most women say? Oh, you needed me for this, you needed me for that. No. He used me for this, he used me for that.
I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot.
Men didn't do that back in the day. They worked.
Yeah, nah, listen, I understand that completely. One thing my brother always told me was never depend on a woman for anything. Always have your own everything. He preached that to me from the time I was like 10 years old. And so that's the mentality that I had. You got to understand, everybody hasn't had that mentality
Right.
growing up. You have men watching strong black women take care of everything. And so this is what they're expecting from a woman.
That's true.
The household, it's getting back to the dynamic of the household.
Yep.
You see a black man going out every day providing, or you see a woman taking care of everything. You like, my mom took care of me. Listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with you. You got to take care of me how my mom took care of me.
Yeah.
You're not saying it. You're not saying it. I seen my dad go out every day and work. I seen my oldest brother go out every day and work and provide.
Yeah.
So obviously that's the trend that I set. But I feel like too, one thing with me where I started falling short in relationships is that financial thing became like my ego. Like, I got all of this, you know what I'm saying? Birthday taken care of. And I wasn't really present because I was driving with my ego. So for the guys out there that are in the financial position where you have your own everything, don't let that become your ego, man. You still have to do the work. And I used to be big on, if it's the truth, I'm going to say it. But some things are mean. You know what I'm saying? Guys can be mean, like really mean. You know what I'm saying? So don't let money become your ego, and don't try to run a woman with your money, man.
That's true. Even if you don't got it, even if you're trying to play like you got it, and
I hear that happens a lot.
that happens a lot. Like when in the beginning, it's like, oh, he this, he got this, he got that. But once you're really in a relationship, it's like, okay, where everything go? now you're depending on me to do this and do that. I got the food stamps, I got the car, I got the house, I got to put everything in my name because you can't do it in your name because your credit messed up.
We didn't really answer the question. So to enhance the black love, you thinking
Positions.
go back to roles.
Huh?
Positions meaning what exactly?
Roles, like you just said.
Roles.
What you just
so
said.
I'm not gonna speak on what the woman role is. I want you to say it.
The woman role is to be submissive, because I feel like there's a lot of women that's like men now, like they're very hardcore, they're very what's submissive, and what's that M word? I don't know why I got it. Masculine, yes. There's a lot of masculine women out there. I just feel like we need to go back to that, soft submissive side where we can be women instead of having to be a woman and a man. Like that's what's messing it up, because now when you find a woman, is like, why you like a man? Like, why you feel like you got to be independent?
It's pulling teeth. It's like pulling teeth. It's like you trying, like you get dudes that will try. You get dudes that, and it gets rejected. I got everything I need. And that's great. A woman, because most women nowadays they do have everything. They have everything. I feel like if you want to build a great team, have you five strong black women on that team. And it's going to go crazy. When y'all get a vision, y'all go crazy and execute it. Y'all have your own money, clothes, car, have everything together.
So what do you think a man can bring then?
Nothing.
If we have everything?
And I feel like if you guys can't bring something to each other, there shouldn't be nothing. That's how I feel.
What is there to bring if everyone
if
has
it's
everything?
a partnership, somebody got to bring something. If both of y'all then at that point it's just like you can't have roles if everybody is going out working and everybody, if it's even, now it's becoming even. If it works, that's what I'm saying. If it works, however it works, it works.
Right. That's if it works. I feel like since we all.
And then I do feel like I honestly feel like women want to get to the point where the man is taking care of everything financially, but they still want to go out and work. They still want to have their own money. They don't want to. That's where it's getting to. Why would a man take care of everything financially and you still going out on your feet every day? Some women don't want to fall back into that. Some women do not. And I've had multiple conversations. Some women don't want to start working. They like what they're doing. They want to keep, they like it.
Yeah.
My mom did this all this time. I'm going to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like pulling teeth. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it becomes, and the relationships have become, let me see what I can get from it first. That's what our relationships become. Let me see if I can get the sex before she, you know, I ain't giving no money. He trying, the woman trying to see if she can get a couple dollars out of it. Nobody really trying to get to know each other. It's just like, what can I get from this person first before they get to me?
That's really true. Because I do know a lot of females where they meet a guy and it's like, oh, I'm about to ask for $200 for my hair or my nails. He need to do this before. So how you gonna try to mess with me if you can't do this? Like, that's not a great.
And a dude on the back end saying, I ain't doing nothing until you give it up.
And that's exactly what's going on right now in this world. For real.
It's the what can I get from it culture.
It is. But it's just like, okay, how can we stop that?
We got to serve each other. Go back to that servant mentality. Like, do stuff out of the kindness of your heart.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of, well, I'm going to just say it can be ego as well. Like, I don't want to feel like I got that played on. I didn't pay for her hair, and you know what I'm saying? She done ran off.
Yeah.
And you don't want, like, it's that whole just looking at how it looks, but you wouldn't care how it looks if you was doing it out the kindness of your heart.
Right, because I don't gotta ask if you're doing it at the kindness of your heart. I'm not gonna ask if I see that you offering, then that's cool. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, no, I need this. Like, I don't, like we was saying, women already have their own stuff. Some women out there, they still stay with their mama. They still just out there still partying.
And it's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong.
It's
I'm
nothing
just
wrong
saying,
with that at all.
it's some women out there that's still in that mentality, like they're in high school, like they're in middle school, like, oh, I'm gonna stay here till the day I die and just go party, go drink, go use men. Like, that's not what it is. Like, if we, you know what I'm saying, if we talking and stuff, like, let's just talk. Like, I'm not gonna come off like you need to buy me something, you need to do something for me to still talk to you. And that's what women do. Like, no, I'm not. If he don't buy me this, I'm not talking to him no more. Like, what? How do you know he not gonna buy it 2 weeks from now? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
you gotta get to know a person. How you gonna buy me something if you don't know what I like?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of men have given up. That's why you got these passport bros.
And what is that? Because I keep saying
passport bros. Passport bros is basically men that go overseas to find women and bring them back to the States.
Wow.
That's what they're doing. And like culturally, a lot of women overseas in these Asian countries, they're naturally more submissive. They still follow those older traditions. True. So that's what they're going to get.
Yeah.
They've given up. And that's it.
They're giving up with their own culture because they get. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just saying. They are submissive. They are, but they're not with, because it's just like with us, black women, like, we submissive, but, it's a lot of black women that's going to a different race. Why? Because that race is treating that person, it's just
Yeah, they go to how do you feel about dating outside your race?
Huh?
How do you feel about dating outside your race?
I would date outside my race. I just wouldn't, it just got to depend on the race. It got to depend on the race.
What's the?
I don't think I would date a Caucasian man. I don't know if I would date a Caucasian man, but I would date. I don't know if I would date Asian man too, because I know what y'all said about them. I think I would date like a Arabian.
Arabian?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Honestly, let's not.
You talk about traditional men.
Yes, traditional.
They are. Listen. You talk about traditional men. Those men, they what? Go sit down, please. Don't cut. I don't want to see no skin showing.
Nah, I feel like a lot of them.
It's like that over there in Dubai for real. I've been out there. It's like that for real. It'd be 100 degrees outside. They gonna be covered up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Why I just lied to y'all like that?
Arabian is crazy.
They are crazy.
No, that statement was crazy.
Oh my God, that was definitely crazy. Let me see. I mean, I don't know. I think I would date a Caucasian, but
like
a Caucasian. No, I would date Italian. I would date Italian guy. I feel like they have they have a family like tradition thing. Like, I feel like they're very family orientated. Like, I would, like Vinny and like Pauly D.
Oh my God, Gym Tan Laundry. You crazy. The Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
You crazy.
Yeah.
This is my personal opinion. Like I will like mess around with people outside of my rating, you know. But when it comes to the way I feel like the family dynamic should be, I would never picture myself with anybody but a black woman. When it comes to me wanting to settle down and putting a ring on a finger and having kids, I see a black woman. I don't, and I barely mess with anyone that's not black. That's just how I feel. You know, I see my mom. You know what I'm saying? Black woman. You know, and that's the image that I'm going for. So that's just my personal opinion.
My grandma always said if her son bring home a white woman, she would disown him, and that's actually with a lot of parents, like, you know, black parents, mentality, like especially older, like, cause my dad's mom, like, they don't play that, like, you ain't bringing Becky in the house, but it's just like, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, love is love, like,
you don't feel like, and you could say love is love, but when it comes to things, in my opinion, like what happened with the whole George Floyd thing, you can sit back and be in a relationship with somebody that's not black, and they can sit there and empathize with you all day. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not gonna feel it.
They're not gonna feel you. You know, I need somebody that's, when that stuff happens, you know,
we enraged together.
You know, like,
yeah, I get it.
I need somebody that's gonna understand. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up in the morning, I need you to understand that. You know what I'm saying? The dish towel on the sink mean the kitchen clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's small stuff like that I don't want to have to explain to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Why you can't go outside in dirty Air Force Ones? Like, I don't want to, you know, it's just certain stuff like that culturally that I'm not trying to step away from. You know what I mean?
Right, I get it.
I like to, when I'm with a partner, I like to feel like it's like at home.
We know each other.
Yeah. And I feel like culturally you have to keep it in order to, you know, then a dynamic too. You having these mixed kids and they don't know how to do the hair and just a lot of just little stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's why you got a black parent that does the hair. I mean, well, that's not, because you can have a black daddy and the daddy still don't know how to do the hair. You got a white woman. But, yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand. Like, that's actually a great point that you just made. Black people need to stay together.
Yeah.
Stick together.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we've been, like, so I just feel like we've been trampled on, like, all these years. Now we trample on each other. It's just like, where did that come from?
I don't know. And it's like, being a black man too, you got to worry about another black man taking your life.
Yeah.
White man taking your life.
Yeah.
It's rough out here. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want to do is like black men, when you see another black man, don't be so aggressive when you see him, man. Open them, like, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Like, you don't have to be so aggressive. I feel like that's the culture we've adapted, just like, what you got going on, bro? Like, you know, we need to be more open to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is crazy people out in the world, but the first thing shouldn't be in your mind when you see another black man is, oh, whoop his ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should be like, oh, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? How was your day? And I feel like we need to get there too. It's like, you know, just more peace.
Right. I feel like we're really not at peace. Yeah, you're right, because I feel like if another black man, you know, it's instant beef when you see another black man.
For no reason.
Like, what's the beef about? You don't even know the man.
You don't even know the man. That could have been your best friend.
Right. Like, it could have been a millionaire that could help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just...
You never know who you coming across.
That's how women are too, though. That's how black women are to each other too. You see some black women, because I'm not like that. Like, I want to go look at another black woman like, why she this, why she that? No, like, I come in with peace. Like, I be like, hey, like, but when they start showing me they not on the same vibration, that's when I be like, oh, okay. But, you know, that's how black women are to each other too. Like, they be ready to hate. They be ready to be like, oh, this, that, and third. Like, what is it? Like, I don't get it. Why everybody so quick to judge each other?
It's quick to judge, quick to be aggressive. It's
just like, I don't know. One day we'll figure it out.
I feel like it's better in the South though, with the speaking and everything. Cause I've been down South and they speak. I don't know whether it's just like up North thing where it's everybody aggressive towards each other.
Yeah, North is definitely aggressive.
Yeah, it's the culture that was built. Do you think a person can have multiple soulmates? I've talked about this a few times with people.
No.
There's one person out there.
I don't think.
And you feel like you just may find them or may never find them.
You may find them, you may never find them, but I just feel like if you've been through a lot of people already, then no, you can't have multiple soulmates because if you ain't found one yet, not even just one.
But what declares that? The wedding ring? What declares it?
No. Growing up, I've determined that being married does not
Dictate the
it
love
doesn't
at all.
it doesn't. Like there's a lot of relationships and marriages where they hate each other but they still married. But I feel like when y'all feel like y'all like best friends, like you feel like this is your best friend, like that's a soulmate.
But I feel like you can feel like that. It doesn't have to be a platonic relationship. It could be a best friend that you feel like is your soulmate. You know what I mean?
And maybe
you can also
are.
have a platonic relationship where you feel the same way. Like, this is my best friend, though. It's not platonic, but I feel like we were meant to be, like,
well, when you say soulmate, I'm thinking relationship-wise.
Right.
I'm not thinking best friend.
Yeah.
Because you can have a soulmate with your cousin. Like, that could be your best cousin.
But as far as platonic relationship, you feel like it's one person out there.
It's one person. You can't have multiple soulmates. No. Because they be out there in Africa having multiple wives and all of that. How? No. Because you don't even like them. Y'all just married.
How you know they don't like them? How you know?
They be beating on them
No,
women.
they don't.
Yes, they do.
They love them.
They beat on them women, and y'all know it. So let's not go there, because they beat on them here, too.
You think in order to have multiple wives, you got to be beating them? Treating them like dogs?
They
keep
do that.
Keep them domesticated?
They do that.
That's crazy.
I haven't seen that one multiple relationship, marriages or whatever, where they all just happily in love.
What do you feel about the women that have two husbands? Because I've seen one floating around the internet. She has two husbands.
I ain't never seen that yet, so I can't comment.
How you feel about that? You can have two. You want two husbands?
No, that's why I say you can have only one soulmate. I don't know what she got going on with two husbands. Let me stop. I can't give my opinion because I don't know. She might like one person for this reason. She might like the other one for this reason.
I feel like if you do have two husbands, a man is falling short somewhere in one area.
Yeah, that's why she has two. One is taking care of her and the other one's probably pleasing her.
Right.
That's what it is.
So what's wrong with a man having that as well?
He can have that, but that's not his soulmates. that's what makes him happy, as in like physically, like okay, materialistic in his feelings, but actually having a soulmate, you can cry together. Like you can't
do that with two people.
Nah, heck no. That's just fake. Like no.
So that's blasphemy.
Huh?
You said that's blasphemy.
Listen, if you out there with two, I just don't think it. For one, I'm a firm believer of Jesus Christ. I believe in God. So he ain't in the Bible saying you need two husbands, you need two wives. Like no, one. You have one soulmate, and that's what he said. That's what I'm going for. And if I can't find it, or he can't, the thing is, he gotta find me, and that's a lot of females' problems. Y'all keep trying to go find them. Why y'all keep trying to go find a man? No, you need to sit down, get your life together, and so the man can find you. And I'm just saying, you can't have multiple soulmates. You only can have one, and I firmly believe in that. So, yeah. I ain't want to go too far because I like to twitch and stuff, and it brings back memories, but yeah.
You say you get the twitching.
I get the twitching. Talk about it.
You better start swinging. Don't swing on me.
I ain't gonna swing on you.
I ain't got nothing. I don't have nothing. We gonna be.
I ain't gonna swing. I'm just saying.
Go viral today.
I be on Instagram. I be on all of this, and females be like, "Where my man?" Or I can't find him. Like, girl.
I'm glad you're speaking on that.
Why are you so pressed?
I ain't gonna lie though. That gets annoying to me. That's annoying. That is very annoying.
I don't got nobody on my roster.
That makes me. That is.
You don't need nobody but you.
You know that's a women. That is a very big turnoff. Very big turnoff. You should not be up to where my man at. I need a man and fishing for compliments. That is a turnoff. That's a turnoff for real.
It's called attention seeking.
I don't.
Why are you trying to? If you're going to get attention, it's going to come to you.
Men love confident women. Let me just say that.
Period.
Women love confident men. Nobody wants an attention seeker. We want somebody that's secure in themselves. If you're not secure in yourself, then you need to be doing other work.
Yes. Yes, you need to go deep down and sit down.
Men
and go deep down.
love confident women. Confidence. You can be the baddest woman in the room. The man will go with the plainest woman that's confident.
Exactly. Like, you ain't got to do too much.
Don't do too much.
You ain't got to do too much. You ain't got, and then it be the ones that you feel like you need to have makeup. You feel like you need to have wigs. And that's another thing. All these women, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just feel like it's not a lot of natural anymore. Like, everybody got wigs. It's just too, I just feel like I'm like old soul. Like, I feel like a lot of females are not confident
You got a
anymore.
point on it, though, because you do have on makeup right now.
I got on makeup.
Because they going to say that.
I definitely got on makeup. But I'm saying, I'm in a professional setting right now. I gotta look good. Okay. But if you gotta wake up and put on makeup just for the day, just because you feel like your confidence is low, you can go to the store, be natural, and still pull somebody. But if you feel like you have to have it just so you can get a man, you're not thinking clearly. Like, it's not adding up. Like, that's what we're saying. Your confidence got to be there. Because if you waking up and you feel like you're not pretty enough to do anything, unless you have to have your wig on, your makeup on, I don't know. That's just me. Because if you look in the 90s and all these movies, you ain't seen that. They was natural. Like, they was natural. My grandma always say, stop wearing them lashes. I mean, I like my lashes. But I'm just saying, like, it's a point there. Like, everybody was born here naked. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? We doing that because we want to feel confidence in ourselves. But it's just like, if you're not confident without the makeup, then how are you going to expect a man to love you without the makeup? I've actually talked to a guy before, and he had a girlfriend. Well, not talk, but he had a girlfriend. And matter of fact, let me just say it. My ex-boyfriend, right? He had a girlfriend after me, and she wears makeup, and she wears, her wigs and all of that. So this is what I'm just saying, because that does not bring a man in. He was saying, oh, when she take all of that off, she hit. Like, that's your man. That was your man's. So if he feeling that way when y'all together, that means, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not bringing the man in, bro. Like, the wigs, all of that, they not looking at that. Like, y'all look, that's what they saying. Women be putting all of that on for a man. Why? If he gonna call you a hit when you take it off. I'm just saying. Ladies, be confident in yourself. You don't need all of that. Because, listen, I could have came here without no makeup. I wouldn't care. But I'm in a professional setting, so it's like, that's why I carry myself when I'm going somewhere to do something. You feel me?
I got to take the accountability for the men on that one, too. We push that, though. Like, men push that small waist, big butt, long hair, light skin. And it's like, that's what women are going for, because that's what the men are pushing that they want.
Light skin.
And that's just an image. That's just an image. At the end of the day, it's just an image. Me personally, is come as natural as you can. The most natural rare form that you can come in. Like, when you out the club, yeah, you want to get done up, yeah, do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we've seen people, celebrities losing their lives on that table. To put your life on the line for a look is it's crazy. Don't put your life on the line for a look. Man, that gym is $25 a month. I get in there and I go crazy. I understand everybody not at that point.
Right.
Get your gym membership, get you a trainer, man, and get it out the mud the right way. Eat healthy, eat clean. You know what I mean?
That's actually a very good point, because as I was on Instagram too, I see a lot of, like, rising stars, like, just reality TV people. Everybody, all them girls, they all want to look the same. Oh, look who's next on the table. Oh, man. Look, I'm getting
everybody looks exactly the same. Lip fillers, get the cheeks done, the butt, the waist, and they all look the same. It's all look the same.
They all look the same. Like, all nobody's original. How you gonna stand out if you look like them?
That's what the men want. That's
what the men want. No, that's really true. That's what they want. They want the big booties and the perky titties, and excuse my language, but that's what they want. Like, nobody wants the woman who had the breastfeed, not her boobs, all the way to the floor. I'm just saying. They ain't looking for that. But that's what they claim they are. Oh, I don't care if you had an oatmeal stomach, but when you see it, oh no, I want you on Instagram liking this girl picture that has the, you know what I'm saying, her stomach done, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
I feel like, honestly, I feel like for a man to really appreciate that, you have to have a child yourself, and
with that man.
no, just like, you know, you have a child, so they have a mother, so you know what they go through on that table. You know, they risk their life to have these kids. So afterwards, all of that is something to embrace. It was a life.
Certain men.
It was a life brought to the, you know what I'm saying, a life brought in this world
right
through that look. And, you know, you just got to know how to appreciate that. And you just got to know how to appreciate a black woman.
Right.
That's really it.
You came from your mama, so you don't have to, you know, have your own child to understand that a woman gonna have that on her stuff.
She gonna go through changes.
Your mama. Mm-hmm. You here? How you get here? Your mama.
Yeah.
So other than that, it's like respect is respect when it comes to a woman. Like, however her body is, you feel me? If you like them, you like them.
So how you feel about like going out in these like, and I'm gonna just put, this is a terrible fashion trend that's going on right now. The see-through clothes is so tacky. And this is, they're like the you know, the see-through outfits they going out in. And they ain't even putting on clothes no more. They don't even have no creativity in these outfits. They just putting on see-through shit and putting on heels and going to the club.
So like with the booty
terrible,
showing.
Yeah, it's a terrible trend. It's a terrible trend. But also too, let me ask you, because women like, you can't just judge a woman and da based off what she has on. Let me ask you a question though. Like if I see somebody, if you walk up on somebody, they teeth yellow, they breath stink, what are you gonna think about that person?
They hygiene.
It's bad,
it's
right?
Off.
So are men wrong for judging a woman based on with the clothes she has on?
No.
Because everybody like, you can't just say she's this and that. Listen, if you not that way, carry yourself a certain way. That's just how I feel.
Okay.
That's a tacky trend too, by the way. I just keep saying it because it's tacky.
So see-through, because I have a see-through one piece and
you went out in that. The dress?
I mean, it's not a dress. It's just like I don't know. I got a picture on my phone.
I'm saying, what's up with that though? What's the trend about?
But
why?
The thing is, it's how you present it. Like if you out there, you got to see through and you ain't got no underwear or nothing under it or no bra, and you out there like everybody can see everything under there. Then I understand. But if you got to see through and you like carrying it elegantly, like you have a black, you know what I'm saying, a black bra with it, you know, black underwear, like everything is just kind of still solid.
It's not leaving.
You have stuff over. You have stuff to cover.
This is my thing. It's not leaving. There's no mystery no more. Like you can't. You leave nothing for the imagination. You present it all out to the whole club. That whole club is like, what is like?
I mean, I just feel like it depends on how you dress it up, and it's just like, all right, so you saying that, but men be walking around with their damn underwear out like that's.
Ooh.
Men.
I keep a belt around my waist.
Men walk around with their butt out. And that's just that.
Nasty,
so that's the same thing.
So how you feel about a man when you see his pants sagging?
That's what I'm saying.
He dirty?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much.
You never talked to a man that was sagging his pants? Just
I
wait
have.
for her answer.
I've had men who sagged their pants. Yes. I agree that I did have men that sagged their pants. So, I've been there. I've done that. I've learned that I don't like it.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
My next man, you ain't gonna be sagging your pants. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want your lady, if you don't want that girl, then cool. You don't like that she doing that, then you ain't gotta worry about her. But I just feel like you ain't gotta judge her. I feel like that it should be no judging on it.
But the first thing that you see about a person before you get to know them is the outer appearance.
That's true.
And it's all off base. Your first impression is everything. If I see you out in the see-through outfit, I'm just be honest with you. The first thing that gonna come to my mind is she TTG.
I gotta see these see-through outfits that you talk about.
What everybody knows what I'm talking about right now. It's basically lingerie. Come on, we know what we're talking about right now. It's a terrible fashion trend.
I don't know.
It has no creativity. Like, please put on outfits. Go put together some outfits.
Okay, I get it. I mean, but are you saying that like with famous people too when they do it?
It's tacky. Across the board. They started this trend. They made it okay for people to think it's okay.
They definitely did. Okay, I can agree that.
There were the BBLs in the tight waist. It's like a requirement now. It's like, all right, you wake up, brush your teeth, throw your waist trainer on. It's like,
what's wrong with waist trainer?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying the culture has become that. You got to keep your waist trainer. Sleep in it.
One, so I don't
eating with it. You know?
I don't even think they train the waist. I think it's just a waste of money, but okay. I mean, I'm just saying. What is it doing when you take it off? You back. You're back. I feel like they only wear it when you wear outfits, and it's like, okay, cool.
You supposed to wear that with outfits too?
They do that. They do that. They wear it with outfits for sure.
That's insane. I couldn't imagine you take a woman home and it's from the club and she has to unstrap.
That's actually real though.
That is insane.
Not even just with waist trainers, with little women know how to hide it. If they got it, they know how to hide it. So if you're going home, you better expect the unexpected.
Embrace it. All right, this was a funny episode. Really insightful. I appreciate you for pulling up. But before we end it, can you lead the people with something, a quote, something that's been on your mind?
Let me see, because there's a lot of things on my mind. I just feel like there's quotes that my dad always tell me. Honestly, I got a whole bunch of quotes, but this is actually just for everyone, especially those who don't feel like they're strong enough. But always be the big wolf. My dad always tell me to always be the big wolf, because you can be the little wolf. You still can have things going on, but when something strikes, you're not strong enough. But always be the big wolf, because you can handle anything that comes your way. Don't be weak. Always be strong. So that's what I'm going to leave today.
Always be the big wolf. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Always be the big wolf. This was an amazing episode. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next one. And we only going to get better.